I thought today, since we've been talking about ducks a lot, and kind of give you an overview of, you know, the ones that are more for meat and ones that are used more for eggs and, you know. And your khaki Campbells and your Indian runner ducks are probably the two highest on the list for egg production. They also, in Thailand, they are using the khaki Campbells to clean their rice fields. And what it does is the gentleman has like 10,000 khaki Campbells, and he ships them from rice field to rice field. And what they do is they clean out the insects and stuff out of the rice fields, and any rice that's left over, the plants, they clean those all out as well. And then there's a gentleman in, I think it's Africa or South Africa, that he has runner ducks, and he has a vineyard, and he has, like, I think he said 16,000 runner ducks, and he uses them specifically for cleaning out his grape vineyards of all the insects and what have you. So khaki Campbells are kind of a, you know, you can use them for several different things. Actually, all ducks will do the same thing. And it's just that those were the two ducks that I saw that were being used mainly for insect control. And, you know, the gentleman that has the khaki Campbells for the rice fields, I mean, his fields are being fertilized and he doesn't have to use pesticides, and it keeps the rice more organic that way. So he's not pesticides, no insects, no pesticides and no herbicides or artificial fertilizer. So it's all. And your khaki Campbells, this is actually, I don't know if you can see it very well, but those are your khaki Campbells. These are your Muscovies. These are Pekin ducks. And actually your khaki Campbells were, and I'll get more into that later too, but your khaki Campbells were bred with runner and they were bred with runner and Rohin ducks, and I'll show you a picture of the Rohin. They bred them with them, and plus a mallard. Most of these ducks most ducks today are bred with mallards, all mallard descendants. The only duck that isn't a mallard descendant, and that's your Muscovies. Your runners, I think they're just from Indonesia, and so I'm not sure if they were bred with Muscovies or if they're just an Indian duck. You know, in some countries you just have regular ducks that aren't even with mallards. But a lot of the ducks that we have today, like your khaki Campbells and all, they've been produced specifically for laying eggs. And they're also a meat duck, but they're more an egg duck than meat. Excuse me. And this is the Rowan duck here, and that's what he looks like. And like I say, he was bred with the mallard and the runner to make the khaki Campbell, and the lady, Mrs. Campbell, is the one that did it, and they're from England. And like I said, I'll get more into those later, into, you know, different specifics on those later. Your Pekin is more of a meat duck than an egg layer. They only lay about 200 eggs a year, maybe more or less. And your mallard and your Muscovies, like I've said before, they're just strictly a meat duck. They're not, I mean, they lay eggs. All these ducks lay eggs, but some lay more eggs than others. It's not, you know. And so the Muscovies, they're strictly a meat duck, and I also talked about how they bred them with the Pekins to get a different flavor in the duck meat. And then your Cayuga was bred here in the United States on the Lake of Cayuga out of New York. And like I said, I'll get more into that kind of stuff later. And they lay about 150-ish, you know, or a little more, give or take. It all depends on the duck and what have you. And you have buff ducks, you have Swedish blues, which I have Swedish blues, and I have also the Muscovies. They're fun to watch, and I enjoy them. Actually, if I got into all the different ducks, it would take days to tell you about all the different ducks. So I'm just going to, you know, kind of hit just on certain ducks, like the, you know, the runners. And your runners, Indian runners, they lay about 300. They're about like a khaki Campbell. They lay about 300 eggs a year, a little more, you know. And I think it all depends on the area, how much feed, what type of feed they're getting, and they can probably lay a lot more. And I'm going to kind of cut this kind of short. We're outside and it's starting to rain. And this is Central Oregon, by the way. We don't get this ever, except for like in September and October. And this is the end of July, so we're just now getting some, what we need really bad is rain. And so I'm not going to tell you, you know, what duck to get. I mean, there's the Cayugas, there's the buff, there's the Swedish blues, the pecans, the khaki Campbells, runners. There are hundreds and hundreds of different ducks, and I'm not going to tell you which is the best duck to get. What I'm going to tell you is the best duck is the duck that you pick. That's the best duck. Everybody has their own idea of what kind of a duck they want and what they want out of a duck. And some of these ducks are for meat, some of them are meat and eggs, and some are, you know, it all depends. So that's, like I said, it's raining, so I'm going to have to cut this short. And the more you seek, knowledge will come. The gift of knowledge will come. Anyway, please subscribe, please share, please like, dislike, comment, bad, good, or indifferent. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.